Well, really disappointed, but I'm really I was impressed with the job that Mike Perry did to have his team ready to play. Certainly, East Carolina, the Pirates were on their game and made shots, and we just didn't have we just didn't seem to have the spark or the defensive energy that we needed to get the win today. Any questions?
Just you mentioned that spark, energy. Like, how do you, as a coach, sometimes these games just happen, but how do you sort of, what did you say to the team after an effort like this where they were up and down like as much as they were?
Well, it was, that's why I kind of talk about preparation. We just didn't seem ready to play for some reason. Again, how and why, beyond my imagination, but I have a pretty good idea, but those things we'll address as we go along.
Coach, you talked about availability, how you were trying to tell these guys that they haven't arrived yet at times. Was this a situation where they kind of felt that they had arrived and maybe playing down a little bit?
No, they looked like they were, I don't know why they'd be playing down. But that's what you have to deal with. That's what we're dealing with in a lot of, with some of the guys. And I don't, for me, I just don't get it. You have to play hard and play smart. We just didn't defend at all, especially in the first half. And then it was even in the start in the second half. When teams shoot that kind of percentage against you and light you up from threes, you're not giving the effort that you need to give. And so opposing team sense that, even if they're struggling and having a tough time, but they're a team that should have beaten Tulane the other night. So they're feeling good about themselves. They've got an interim coach who's working his butt off and doing a great job in Mike Perry. So I don't know. We're just not that good how we can play down. But that's probably the mentality that they have.
You mentioned the three-pointers. This was the worst three-point shooting team in the country in terms of percentage. Obviously, defending the three has been an issue for a lot of games this season. Is there anything, you mentioned effort, is there anything schematically at this point that can be done, or is it just simply, how do you explain why so many teams seem to have great three-point shooting nights against you guys?
I don't know. They have at halftime, they had about, they had 5 at halftime, so that means they had 6 in the second half, and that was one of the emphasis. Stay out on them. Obviously, Sean Williams was on top of his game, and when you're in that zone and you're making shots like that, it's but there are some things we did. We went to a different type of defense to keep our guys near guys that were shooting, but that didn't work either. So schematically, it's more about hustle, pride, taking pride in being able to defend people and take away the three. So that's where you have to really, I don't know what else to say.
Williams' 30 points was a career high. Fleming, that was the first triple-double in ECU history. Yeah. What did you make of the effort they put in today? Did you expect them to come out that way?
Absolutely. Well, you always expect a team to play hard. I told my team, hey, they came off a tough loss. They beat, South Florida by 30. So they're capable. You explain that to them, and you try to explain it to our players, explain it to our team, show them on film. This is what you have to defend. This is what they're capable of doing. This is what they're athletic, they're quick. We had some matchup issues, and they exploited it. That was, and they did a good job of passing the ball and finding people open. People got to make shots at the end of it. Obviously, that's why they had 20 assists, and that's why we had such a poor job of making, even though we shot. But when you turn the ball over 15 times and only have 10 assists, you're going for a long day, and when your team shoots 48, 49, 50% against you, you're not going to win. You're not going to win.
Next up, you have Wichita State, which is also a team that's coming off a loss. They're going to be angry coming in. How do you transition going from a game like this into somebody that is that tough of an opponent on the top of the conference?
Well, we probably need some psychological help, probably. Really, I'm serious, because we just, the strange things that with, when you have to scream and holler from the start of the game to tell guys to get in your stance, to sprint back, pick it up, run harder. It's a real issue. But again, we prayed. We had a long night, Wednesday night, so we went short on Thursday. Didn't go hard yesterday. Really didn't shoot around today in here, so we didn't. So we felt like, well, you know, they'll be energized. We got plenty of rest. So, so getting ready for a team like Wichita State, it could be a. I mean, if we don't mentally, it's all about mental, but again, it was about physical as well. So it's a two-part problem for us. I'll be honest with you, we'll have to see and evaluate, obviously watch film and see what goes on. And so, I mean, I really don't know. We ought to be mad because of how poorly we played today, and I hope that's how we respond.
Good. Thanks.